just to give you a sense of just how much we've progressed these days. Yesterday we mentioned that Meet the Press is going to finally get rid of that lefty. What's his name? I can't even.
David Gregory.
David Gregory. I honestly forgot his name.
I thought you were doing a bit.
No. I think I got thrown off when I used the word lefty and then David Gregory. And they're bringing Joe Scarborough on and Luke Russert because that's what America wants to see. But just give you a sense of just like sort of the perspective of people. The Economist magazine was featuring a book review of a book called The Half Has Never Been Told, Slavery and the Making of American Capitalism. The person, I don't even have his name, who was charged with writing the book review, criticized the book and the author by saying, unlike Mr. Thomas, this is another a person who has written a history on slavery, Mr. Baptiste, I guess there's no byline for this. Mr. Baptiste has not written an objective history of slavery. Almost all the blacks in this book are victims. Almost all the whites are villains. This is not history, it's advocacy. Because, this notion that all the blacks were hurt by slavery is just, or I should say, almost all the blacks were hurt by history and were victimized by slavery. That is just some advocate going on and on about how slavery's wrong, slavery's bad, it has negative impacts on people.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. You're not showing the nuance. What if some of these slaves were just kidnapped from Africa, thrown into a boat, and never left the boat? Let's say they were just had to go around the planet over and over again in the boat and were not allowed to get off in America to be sold as a slave. Which would they prefer? To be trapped in the hull of a boat, not being a slave, just being a prisoner, to being a slave? Well, I guess there's some nuance there that we're not contemplating. What if one of these black people who were ripped from their family, but as their family was about to be attacked by a lion in Africa, which would have killed all them, what if you said to them, would you prefer to be eaten by a lion or kidnapped, thrown in the hull of a ship, and in the event that you live and are allowed to get out of the ship, don't forget my early scenario, then become a slave, which would you prefer? That is the sign of a true activist if they would not delve into that potential scenario. The Economist has since pulled down the review of the book.
Upon reflection.
We can't help it if the rest of you are not nuanced enough to appreciate our review, but because we have now realized that you are just not nuanced enough, we're going to pull it down.
I've never considered the saved from lion attack scenario.
Well, you're not a nuanced person.